Hello friends, today I am going to deal with the concept of research. In this presentation, I would like to make a conceptual analysis of research to understand its meaning, nature, scope and objective. For this purpose, a reference has been made to some definitions of research. Before we actually refer to the definitions, let us understand the genesis of the term research. The term research is derived from the French term recherche, meaning to search or seek again. The term research is composed of two syllables, a prefix re and a verb search. Re means a new, over again, and search means examine closely and carefully, to test and try to probe. So these two words, re and search, their combination form a noun, that is research, to describe a careful and systematic study in some field of knowledge undertaken to establish facts and principles. According to Encyclopedia Britannica of 1911 edition, research is an act of searching into a matter closely and carefully. It is an inquiry directed to the discovery of truth of any matter. For example, the researcher may try to find out what is the cause of a particular phenomenon. Thus, why people behave violently with regard to religious matters, why they behave the way they behave. He may seek answer to this question through an analysis of their behavior. The researcher proceeds on the belief that the truth may be discovered, and he may communicate his finding by using appropriate language. It may not be always possible to communicate the truth in a repressive society, as they may face persecution. But it is a very high ethical value of research that the truth a researcher finds should be disclosed, and it should be disclosed for truth's own sake. And the definition proceeds that the research is essentially a trained scientific investigation of facts and principles. The hypothesis he has formed has to be tested before it could be accepted as proved. Just as science requires proof for reaching any finding or developing any scientific theory, research also seeks evidence. He may seek facts and subject theory or principles to evaluation to verify and establish their truthfulness. So without any supporting data, no scientific conclusion can be reached. And the definition provides that the researcher should base his work on original materials or conduct experiment to prove the causal relationship between variables. If he hypothesizes that A causes B, then he may establish it through a controlled experimentation. Then his finding becomes a scientific truth. Let us now consider a definition of research given by Encyclopedia of Social Sciences of 1930 edition. And this definition provides that the research is a critical and exhaustive investigation of facts and principles, and it is done with the aim to verify the accepted conclusions or established theories devised by earlier researchers to find out whether the theory will hold to its ground in the light of the newly discovered facts or not. Theories are developed on the basis of relevant facts, and we all know that for developing or advancing any theory, there should be the basis of facts. It's on the facts which they provide the foundation. The superstructure of a theory can be erected. If the new evidence or new facts create doubts about a theory, then it may have to be examined. Theory has to be thoroughly examined, and if it is not supported by the data which the researcher collects, then it may have to be modified, altered, or abandoned altogether. Because between the theory and facts, it is the facts which are stubborn. And if a theory stands unaltered despite newly emerging facts over a sufficiently long period of time, then it may be accepted even as the ultimate truth of the matter. There is a very comprehensive definition of research by well-known researchers D. Schlesinger and M. Stephenson. These authors or scholars state that the research involves manipulation of things, concepts or symbols, and here in this regard you must understand that manipulation means purposeful handling of things. This is what actually we find in an experiment wherein the researcher changes the value of variables involved in the experimentation, and commonly the researchers use the law of single variable in conducting the experiment. And here the researchers, through such a manipulation of things, concepts and symbols, actually they develop general theories or what is known as a generalization. So his entire work actually is aimed at the development of a generalization or a broader theory, and this theory or generalization which a researcher develops may extend the horizon of knowledge. The knowledge which a researcher gains from his research work may be used for the construction of a theory or for the solution of a problem. It depends upon the nature of his work. If his work is doctrinal, his work may lead to the development of a theory, and if it is a non-doctrinal or empirical, then the work may be related to the solving of a problem. So that's how the research work helps the society in solving many of its problems in a scientific manner. There is a brief definition by John Best. Though it is brief, but the definition is very effective in revealing the true nature of the research. According to him, research is a more systematic activity directed towards discovery and development of organized body of knowledge. Science, as we all know, is actually an organized body of knowledge. So the systematic activity or study which he conducts may lead him to the discovery of truth, and the work ultimately may lead to the development of organized body of knowledge. So at the end of this analysis, it may be concluded that the primary purpose of research is discovering, interpreting, and the development of human knowledge. The research may lead to confirmation of existing knowledge, or it may modify, qualify, or may lead to altogether rejection of such knowledge. So and the researcher has to conduct his research in a very objective manner, and in an objective research work where data plays a vital role in shaping the result of his research work. He cannot come to a conclusion which is not supported by the data he has collected. So in the light of the data and a true analysis of the data he has collected will eventually lead him to the true knowledge.